Good day, children. So yesterday means in the previously we studied about XII, and today we are going to read about Mukesh. Now Mukesh is also a poor boy, and he wanted to be a motor mechanic, and his family, they did the traditional work of making bangles in Firozabad, and Firozabad is said to be India's glass blowing industry. And glass bangle symbolizes Indian women's suhag. So this you have seen in India, that glass bangles, they are compulsorily worn by the married women, and without it they cannot survive. So they have to wear the bangle. And Firozabad, all those bangles that women get over here, they are made in Firozabad, and different designs in the bangles are there, and girls must be knowing about it, and boys, I think they don't know much about the glass bangles that mothers and the married women are wearing at home. Now here the narrator, she goes to these people's house. She goes with Mukesh. When she visits their slum area, she finds that the huts, they are built in a very close area, means they are not far away. Small lanes are there, and proper ventilation is not there, proper roofing is not there, and the water is leaking inside. The water is also outside, filled in the ditches and all. No proper drainages are there, and the free flow of water is not there, free flow of air is not there. So all that kind of things were seen over there in the slum area. And when she goes inside Mukesh's house, she saw a big plate in which the vegetable was cut and kept near the fireplace. And the fireplace, that is all chulha. They didn't have the gas that time. So chulha, in that a woman was sitting, and she was the wife of her elder brother, and she was not quite old, she was very young, and she was putting her ghungat on her face, and she was working in the house. And the old man, the father, was there in the house. And then after that, talking to them, she went more inside the slum area, and there she found that at least 20,000 children, they were working. She came to know that 20,000 children were working in the bangle factory, and the bangle factory was very sophisticated. Means it was very, what to say, it didn't have the proper ventilation and all. So they had to sit in near the blast furnaces in the hot area, and there they worked. And because of that, there was no proper light also, and because of that, their eyes were also getting dim. And apart from that, the polishing, the cutting of the glass and all, it was affecting their eyes, and before time they were becoming very poor, and poor sight. They were not having good sight. Their eyesight was also diminishing because of the glass polishing and the cutting. So the people over there, they didn't have a proper life, and the law that have been passed that the children should not work, it was not working over there. The children had to work in the glass furnaces, and no law and order, nothing was there. And if people, they tried to work somewhere else, some other job, the police, they used to beat them, they used to put them in the prison, and there was no law and order in that area. So the people, the small children, were forced to work in the furnaces, and that was having the ill effect on them. And then apart from that, they were not getting proper money, and because of lack of money, they were not able to get nutritious food. And this Mukesh, he didn't want to take down the same work that his family was doing. He wanted to be a mechanic. He wanted to take He wanted to drive a car because he knew that by becoming a mechanic, he'll get an opportunity to drive the cars. And he used to see, whenever he went to the city area, he used to see the buses, cars moving around on the roads. And from his slum area, he could see the aeroplane that was moving over the houses. And he felt very happy that they are all enjoying the drive and the travel, and he felt very happy on seeing that, and that's why he wanted to become the motor mechanic and buy the car. And then when narrator asked them that why don't you get into the cooperatives and help each other, so she said we could not. They said we could not work in a group because group of young men, they fell into the vicious cycle of the middlemen. Middlemen, they trapped them. Their forefathers and the father, they have taken the loan from them, and that loan could not be paid. So these young people, they had to give the debts, give the money that their parents have taken. So sometimes the police, they came, they beat them, they dragged them into the jail, and they said that you are doing illegal things. By organizing the groups and all, they were beaten by the police. And they did not have any of the leaders, because if they had the leaders, their life would have been different. And one of the women, when she spoke to her, she said she didn't even get एक वक्त सेर भर खाना भी नहीं खाया. She said like that because she didn't have enough money to eat the food also. And the condition was very bad. The sahukars you must be knowing, the landlords and the middlemen, they used to take advantage of these people, and they said it is all their karam, it's their destiny, and they could not do any other work. So this much I am going to, this only is based in this lesson, the lost spring, because the heading itself says the spring is lost for these children, those who are working for their family, those who are trying to earn money for their family. Their childhood is lost, they cannot go to the school to study, and their freedom is lost. So that's why it is said lost spring. So that's all. I think you have got the notes of this, and those who don't have the notes, tell them to copy the notes and all and study hard. So goodbye children.